Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. We've got baseball coming up for Jackie Robinson Day. It's the San Francisco Giants going up against the New York Mets.
Ladies and gentlemen, your
first pitch coming your way next.
Mets.
Runner on at first with one gone. At the plate, Steve Rogers.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
And first offering is fouled off. Bednar, he has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable. Next offering is fouled back.
And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble. This guy's earned a longer leash, and because of that, confidence grows with the players and teammates playing behind him, that when things get a little rough out there, they know he'll find his way through it.
They get it in quickly. So first and second, now one out.
And that keeps his hitting streak going. He's making this look way easier than it is, Boog. Setting the record is hard enough, but to keep upping it every day like he is, I don't really know what to say anymore.
At this point, it honestly feels like it's never going to end. Absolutely remarkable. Now, Heston Kjerstad.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. 2 away now.
Well, that's such a critical pitch in terms of execution right there. The pitcher has to finish it. Otherwise, probably gets hit pretty hard. If you leave that out over the plate or you don't get it down enough, quickly turns into something that gets smoked. But if you can place it where he did, it's a really deceptive pitch.
Hey, get your pitch up
there. And the righty deals. And now it's even up. How much of the ability to do that in a tight spot is the mental approach?
I think it's very much being able to have a laser-like focus, slow everything down, stay right in that moment, pitch-to-pitch execution, and focusing on that catcher's mitt.
Hey, have a good rip up there, huh?
Back to work, 3-2 now. Stays alive. 2 outs, couple of base runners at first and second. On the ground, right side. Whips it to first. And the inning is over. 2 left for the Mets. Scoreless after 1. Aaron Stevens, the next Giant to hit. Runners at first and second with 1 gone.
Aaron Stevens.
Hey, 1 down now, 1 down.
On the ground, could be 2. Fires to second for 1. Throw to first, but he beat it.
Up next to the Giants, the shortstop.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And stepping in for New York, Steve Rogers. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. The pitch to the right side. He steps on the bag. Leadoff man retired here in the 3rd.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
Now here is Steve Rogers. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Hey, come on now, big dog. Get your pitch.
And that one is lifted in the air. Stevens on the move. Puts the squeeze on that one. And there's 2 down.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
And here is Francisco Alvarez. Good contact guy, good defender.
Francisco Alvarez.
On the ground, 2 ball. To second for 1. And they get him easily at first. It's a double play.
Now batting, the first baseman, Luis Toribio.
So 2 down. Next to hit, Luis Toribio. 1 for 2. The 1-2. Out to short. Sends it to first. That ends the frame. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Mets 8 and the Giants 3. Steve Rogers up now for the Mets. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability.
Swung on, belted. Deep. That one went back there, and that one's going to land not so much here, but here. His 19th home run of the year, and they tack on to their lead. It's 11-3.
He dropped the barrel right there. Got a fastball down at the knees where he'd prefer it. So many times now guys are having to adjust to the elevated fastball. So I'm sure his eyes got big when he saw that one coming.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Steve Rogers. He's already homered here in this one. Siggy, he's got a history of coming through in the big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots. Line drive, base hit. 1 run is in. Runner holds at third, so just 1 across on the play.
A little more backspin on that instead of the top spin. And he's jogging around the bases rather than pulling up at second.
Fabio Gonzalez gets the call from the pen. He comes in with his team trailing by a bunch, so he'll try to keep it where it is.
Gonzalez.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Heston Kjerstad.
Up next for the Mets, the designated hitter.
Here's a 2-2. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. And he's down on strikes for the 2nd time today.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. I mean, with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate. So very difficult to get the barrel on it.
Two now. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Two now. That one fouled off. Two on, 1 out. Out to short. Stop. Gloves it. In plenty of time to first. There for the out. Runner scores from third. Gabriel Moreno getting ready to hit. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller. Good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out. Rogers at second with 2 down.
You come into the game knowing that unless the ball's in the dirt or gets by him, we're probably not going to steal anything today. So that's where you want to get a little more aggressive on your secondary lead and hope that some base hits, some slugs, some home runs can come into play.
The pitch. Good eye right there.
Well, I'll say this as a former position player and base stealer. When you come into a game and you've got a guy like this behind the dish with a big arm, you really have to change your approach.
Swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance. Makes the catch up against the wall. We look ahead to inning number 8. Mets out in front, 14-3.
I'd say these guys really needed to win this game today. It pushed them over the top to win the series, which is great. But when you go on the road, going into some hostile territory, you want to have a lot of confidence, and you want to be feeling really good about how you're playing, as well as to your left and your right, your teammates, that they're on track as well.
14-3, the final score. For Chris Singleton and our